afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our virtual event to celebrate the signing of the MOU between York University and Mackenzie Health. My name is Jade Maxwell Rodriguez, and I am the university's Chief of Government and Community Relations. I am pleased to serve as your MC for today's event. Before we get started, I'd like to start with a land acknowledgement. As this event is virtual and we may not all be gathered in the same space, I recognize that this land acknowledgement might not be for the territory for which you are currently on. We ask that if that is the case, that you take the responsibility to acknowledge the traditional territory you are on and the current treaty holders. As a member of York University community, I recognize that many Indigenous nations have long-standing relationships with the territories upon which York University campuses are located, and that precede the establishment of York University. York University acknowledges its presence on the traditional territory of many Indigenous nations. The area known as Tekaronto has been taken care of by the Anishinaabe Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat. It is now home to many First Nation, Inuit, and Métis communities. We acknowledge the current treaty holders, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. This territory is subject to the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement to peacefully share and care for the Great Lakes region. Our university has a long-standing history of partnering with other entities and sectors. We know that through these partnerships that we gain vital insights and capacity to create positive impacts for our students, our campuses, and our broader communities. It is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, President of York University, Rhonda Lenton, who will speak about our partnership with Mackenzie Health.
Thank you so much, Jade. Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour, bonjour. I'm very pleased to be here with all of you to mark this very important development in accessible and sustainable healthcare in York Region. Welcome to all of you. I do want to begin by acknowledging my fellow speakers, Mayor Maurizio Bevilacqua of Vaughan, Mayor David Barrow of Richmond Hill, and of course, Altaf Stationwala, President and CEO of Mackenzie Health. We look forward to hearing from all of you shortly. Over the past 60 years, even though we're actually quite a young university, York has grown to be the third largest in Canada. And we are known for providing a broad demographic of students access to a high-quality, research-intensive university that is committed to driving positive change in our local communities and around the world. We maximize our impact by working collaboratively across sectors with all levels of government, the private and nonprofit sectors, community partners, and engaged citizens. The need to work across sectors has become increasingly important over time, given the increasing complexity of the challenges that we face, including climate change, systemic inequality, and of course, a variety of local and global health issues. In many ways, the COVID-19 pandemic is a manifestation of existing socioeconomic and environmental issues, and it has served to underscore the urgent need for cooperation and for collective action to ensure that we have the talent, the research, and the innovation needed to keep individuals and the world safe. York is perfectly positioned to be a leading partner in these efforts, with academic programs and experts in areas such as disaster and emergency management, AI and society, homelessness, sustainability, and health governance. Indeed, health is among York University's fastest growing areas of study, research, and community engagement. Our students and our researchers have expertise in a wide variety of specializations, including neuroscience, kinesiology, psychology, nursing, health studies, social work, cognitive science, and medical anthropology. Since the onset of the pandemic, we have been employing our strengths and resources in these fields to contribute to the response, the mitigation, and the recovery in a variety of ways. from mathematical modeling in order to predict both current and future needs, to examining the mental health effects of the pandemic on children, our researchers continue to provide insights on every facet of the pandemic. York professor Stephen Hoffman was chosen by the United Nations Deputy Secretary General to lead the development of the UN Research Roadmap for the COVID-19 recovery. The roadmap engages researchers, implementers, funders, and citizens from around the world to identify the knowledge and research needs for rebuilding after the pandemic, as well as safeguarding progress toward achieving the UN's 17 Sustainable Development Goals. As we find ourselves amidst the second wave of the pandemic, the questions we are asking about the future of local and global healthcare have very real and timely implications. Fortunately, York and our partners in York Region are ready to respond. York University and Mackenzie Health share the common goal of building healthier communities in York Region and a long history of collaborating on projects that help us make progress toward this goal. In fact, when PPE shortages were becoming apparent, York's Faculty of Health delivered more than 3,000 N95 masks, 6,200 pairs of medical gloves, and a ventilator to Mackenzie Health. And last year, York and Mackenzie Health collaborated with the City of Vaughan and Venture Lab to identify opportunities for transforming an 82-acre parcel of land into the Vaughan Healthcare Center precinct, which will bring together academic programs, research, and innovation to create a world-class health experience. The MOU we are signing today will build on York University and Mackenzie Health's existing partnership, and it will formalize our commitment to sharing our resources and knowledge going forward. In particular, we will explore opportunities to collaborate on academic recognition and continuing and professional education for employees of Mackenzie Health, the development of research capacity and opportunities between York faculty and Mackenzie Health clinical faculty, clinical placements and experiential learning opportunities for students in nursing, clinical psychology, social work, kinesiology, and rehabilitation science, and healthcare policy and management. We will partner on events to raise awareness of local health issues and opportunities and advancements in health informatics, disease modeling and prevention, data visualization, and health technology. And we are already seeing early signs of success coming out of our collaborations. 7 students from our Lausanne School of Engineering were recently hired for co-op opportunities at the new Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital for the winter semester. And Mackenzie Health has also hired 40 students from our Faculty of Health for the at-the-elbow assistance as the new hospital comes online. I want to thank Mackenzie Health, the City of Vaughan, all of our partners in York Region for your support and for your partnership. I look forward to continuing to work together toward creating healthier local communities. Merci, miigwech.
Thank you, President Lenton. I'd now like to call on Altaf Stationwala, who's the President and CEO of Mackenzie Health, to speak about the partnership with York University.
Thank you very much, Jade, and thank you, President Lenton, for your leadership and your support over the last number of years. Thank you, Mayor Barrow. Thank you, Mayor Bevilacqua, for all your support over the years as Mackenzie Health has continued to grow and become a more significant player in the healthcare landscape in Richmond Hill, Vaughan, King, and all of York Region. The partnership with York U is a very important one. I think we appreciate that the word collaboration is a word that we use very loosely, but we don't truly appreciate the importance of. I think the COVID-19 pandemic has really demonstrated the need for a variety of players to come together to achieve more. And I think with the support of Rhonda and her leadership, and obviously York U and Mackenzie Health, we think we can do even more. Obviously, we've had a long-standing relationship with York University. As Rhonda has indicated, this will just formalize that with York University through this memorandum of understanding. The partnership is just the beginning of this journey. It will continue to grow and thrive, and we believe we can do many, many amazing things. The framework and the grounding of this is really based on education and professional and community development. Clearly, Mackenzie Health wants to continue to expand its mandate as a teaching institution, and the academic recognition that will be provided by York U for many of our staff as preceptors will only further advance that. We have an amazing De Gasperis Cone Learning Center at the Cordalucci Vaughan Hospital. We have simulation labs and many other environments that York U will help us actualize and create important learning spaces for our staff. Developing a research capacity is very challenging for a community hospital. By leveraging the strength of York University, we feel we can become very much a research-orientated facility. Clinical placements are key both for York University and for Mackenzie Health in terms of recruiting the best and the brightest in areas like nursing, clinical psychology, social work, and kinesiology. Obviously, the professional education of our existing staff is also a key facet and an opportunity that York University brings to the table. Obviously, the space that Mackenzie Health plays in today is something that can be further leveraged. We are the most advanced hospital with an electronic medical record in an acute care setting. We have achieved the MRAM 7 designation from HIMSS, and leveraging that incredible strong footprint around technology will only further be elaborated with the health informatics and analytics framework that York University can bring into the equation. And obviously, very important to all of our hearts is being in this preventative space around population health. So the data that we are able to acquire through our electronic medical record and the support that York U can provide, we can really start to change the impact on populations and how we actually manage their care very differently. Appreciating that in many ways, the hospital is the last place where we should be focusing our efforts. It's elements of housing and education and employment that have a greater impact on individuals' lives. And this is a space, obviously, as we look at the regional concept of improving people's health that we can absolutely play in. So really, this is the beginning and formalizing a relationship. We hope to do more impactful things into the future. The Vaughan Health Precinct that was described by the President is also a very powerful future state around how we can further collaborate around education, health, and innovation and research. So we look forward to this journey. We thank you, President Lenton, for your support, and we also thank the mayors of Richmond Hill and Vaughan for your ongoing support of Mackenzie Health and the important things that we're going to do in the very near future. So thank you.
Thank you for those remarks. We're now at a point where we're going to sign the MOU. So if I can ask both presidents to pull out their folders and their pens so that we can officially sign the agreement. I think we just need Altaf to come back onto screen. So I trust you both have the agreement in front of you. Yes, just for our viewing audience. And the pen, fantastic. Okay.
There you go.
Wonderful. Thank you both. We know that partnership between two anchor institutions has benefits that extend beyond our institutions and can really benefit surrounding communities and cities in which they exist. And it is for this reason that I'm so pleased that we are joined by both mayors of the city of Richmond Hill and the city of Vaughan, where Mackenzie Health is located. So we're going to have them both give remarks, and I'm doing this alphabetically. So I will start with, I am pleased to invite Mayor of the city of Richmond Hill, David Barrow, to say a few words. Mayor Barrow.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to join everyone today at the start of this historic partnership for sure. Mackenzie Health is in the heart of our community. My family and just about everyone in Richmond Hill knows the hospital very, very well. That's where we rely on our health care professionals to guide us through the best of times and, as we know, the worst of times. Mackenzie Health is a community partner in every sense of the word. That's why I can't think of a better partner for York University to work with in developing the research and the training that will support the next generation for health professionals. This MOU is encouraging research, education, employment opportunities, and much more. We can expect to see new technologies and treatments emerge. With all looking forward to the benefits of this collaboration, thank you, Mackenzie Health and York University, for your vision in developing this collaboration. And thanks to any medical and educational professionals who will be helping our community and our province through this important work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Barrow. I'd now like to invite Mayor Bevilacqua from the City of Vaughan to speak. Oh, you're still on mute.
I just said great things about the president, both presidents. I guess you didn't hear that, so I'll repeat myself. You are still great. I want to express sincerely my warmest gratitude to both of you for your vision and for understanding the importance of partnerships in our shared healthcare journey. Mayor Barrow and I share in the excitement of this day. You know, as COVID-19 persists, city building continues. It continues because we cannot be stopped by it. And it's days like this that put things into perspective. Here you have two great institutions, Mackenzie Health and York University, who understand the importance of research, who understand the importance of innovation, and understand the incredible role that you play within York Region. Innovation and research is something that I spent a little bit of time. This is sort of, you know, when you're in public life for 30 years, you could always draw from sort of past experiences. And I was Minister of State for Science, Research and Development for the Government of Canada. And I had the privilege and pleasure to visit many universities across the country. And universities are extremely important. They're places where people learn a great deal, where they experience a great deal, where lives are formed and specialization achieved. And what we recognize, one of the great lessons of university and learning is that you recognize very quickly in life that you can't do things on your own. And it's not just about people that they can't do them on their own. It's also institutions. We can't do anything on our own. And I'm so extremely proud of the City of Vaughan and also the surrounding municipalities in York Region who believe that partnership is necessary. And today's announcement is yet proof positive that we can continue to evolve as a region. We can continue to evolve as an educational institution and as a hospital by bringing about these partnerships. And you know, this partnership really, in many ways, builds off the memorandum of understanding signed in the fall of 2019 between the City of Vaughan and York University, Mackenzie Health, and Venture Lab. That for me was a very memorable day because, as you know, and President Lenton and as well as President Stationwala, we are working to identify transformational opportunities to maximize the best use of lands surrounding the Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital. The Vaughan Healthcare Center precinct is one of first of its kind initiatives in Canada that will bring together different sectors to become an epicenter of healthcare excellence. And beyond that, I think it's also important to approach this announcement also with an international flavor, and that all these institutions that are involved, whether it's Mackenzie Health or York University, we also have an horizon that goes beyond our borders. And in November 2019, and there were actually representatives from York University, we went on a trade mission to Israel, and thought leaders from the Vaughan Healthcare Center precinct participated. They took part in the mission, which included a presentation and tour of a world-class Rambam Medical Center, one of Israel's largest medical centers. And the reason why I say this is because fundamentally, as we move forward together on this project and many other projects, knowledge is really power. If COVID-19 has taught us anything, is that we have to think ahead. We have to build up scenarios and work our way through it because COVID-19 actually has illustrated to us that we underestimated its strength. So a global pandemic for me, in relationship to even issues like this, has been a wake-up call where we need to really pool our resources together, share in a common vision, and move forward. And always try to create scenarios where externalities are addressed, where scenarios where what seems to be an issue that will likely not happen may happen. You know, one of the reasons why I'm excited about knowledge and university, and by the way, just for the record, I am a graduate of York University, an institution I'm very, very proud of. I'm very proud of the development that has occurred in York University. And I keep running into great people that are graduates of York University. And I'm sure that President Lenton, you have probably recognized many of them in your travels, and they're making a great contribution to Canadian society. And so I once again want to express my warmest and sincerest gratitude to President Lenton, as well as Altaf Stationwala and their dedicated teams for their unwavering commitment to advancing healthcare innovation in Vaughan and beyond. If I may, I'd like to also thank you for the great work you do on behalf of the entire region. I know that Mayor Barrow and I often speak about how the important role that both institutions play in everyday life here in the city of Richmond Hill and the city of Vaughan, as well as York region in general. We're very blessed to have leaders like Stationwala and President Lenton, because we need active leadership in our area, and particularly and specifically in the areas that we're talking about today: research, innovation, education, personal development. We have so much work to do, but without leadership, really, at the end of the day, nothing really gets done. And you're both blessed with a great team, President Lenton and Stationwala. I've seen both institutions very well, and you have an incredible team that really the sky's the limit for us. And Mayor Barrow and I want to express to you our sincerest gratitude. Mr. Stationwala, recently we announced the opening of the Cortolucci Vaughan Hospital. It was a great day. It was a great day for us to see that our region and my city are stepping up to address some crucial challenges that the province is undergoing and experiencing. But at the end of the day, what makes life meaningful, and that's why today's announcement is very important, is that what we're doing at the end of the day, when all is said and done, it's going to improve the human condition. And ultimately, that's what public service is all about. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mayor Bevilacqua. I would now like to invite President Lenton to propose a toast in celebration of the signing of the MOU.
Well, thank you so much, Jade. So if you are able, I would ask that you would please raise a mug, a glass, bottle that you may have on hand with the beverage of your choosing. I'm going to try to raise up mine. I'd like to say that this MOU represents a new chapter for York University, Mackenzie Health, and all communities in York region. There is nothing more important than the health and well-being of our loved ones and of our communities. And as I reflect on the pressing needs of our communities today, I know that together we will be able to make important contributions towards high quality, sustainable, inclusive, and accessible health care, and to drive positive change both locally but also globally. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All the best.
just going to put up the little thing here that we have too. I don't know if you can see it in the picture. Oh, Altaf, now he's got the actual signed document, even better. I have the outside envelope. I think we're covered though. Thank you, everyone. Merci, Miigwech.
So I'd just like an opportunity to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon to celebrate this important agreement. This concludes today's event. So thank you, everyone. Stay well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be
Stay
safe.
safe, everybody.
Thanks
Yes,
for
be
joining us,
safe.
everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you. Pleasure to be with you all.